And we could probably start.
Oh, there's
I don't want to wait too long.
Sure.
Yeah. And I knew Janice was coming and she's here now. So
yeah, there we go.
Perfect. Hi, Janice.
All right.
I iced.
Awesome.
Let's work out.
ConnecTogether creates opportunities for people living with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. Check out some of the programs we offer through our online learning platform, ConnecTogether, including our Service Mondays, where we highlight a local organization or initiative, Wednesday Chair Yoga with Bobby Seal-Kobiski, Thursday Adapted Fitness with Megan Williamson, Friday Rotating Dance Classes hosted by Janice Lawrence and Joanne Cuff, and other initiatives including presentations by the Disabled Independent Gardeners Association's Growable program and our Perspective series. Check out our updated programs calendar on our website, connectra.org, or find us on Facebook at ConnecTogether Society.
Awesome.
Right.
Thanks, Nicole. All right, everybody. Welcome back to me. I know I was away last week. I hope everybody had a great workout with Coach Sierra. Today we are going to be doing rows and rotations. So we're going to be working on trunk rotating and pulling, which is essentially most of our back muscles. Okay. So to do that, we're going to do a bit of a warm up, but let's go over our equipment first. So some type of a band. I know some of you have sets of bands, so just have all of them on standby. We're going to be needing a little lighter resistance and then maybe a little bit of heavier resistance, kind of depending on where we are. So all the bands color coordinate differently depending on the brand you have. So I'm not going to really go by that. I'm just going to kind of give you a bit of a ballpark of what resistance we should kind of be aiming for. And then there's no right or wrong. So if you want to adapt it, you definitely can. Once again, just giving you a bit of a ballpark or a guide. Okay, and then preferably some type of weight. So some of us have dumbbells, so you're going to need one. If you don't have dumbbells, this could be a can of soup. It could be a filled up water bottle, a wine bottle. Seen that been used before. Really anything that's easy to hold and has a little bit of weight to it. I probably wouldn't, for most of us in here that I know, probably no more than 7 pounds for this. Okay, that's on the higher end. Okay. And then some type of a light object. If you want, I'll give you a choice. If you want to reuse your weighted object, that's fine. Otherwise, I suggest getting something that's light, and then we can have two. Yeah, some of you have the bender ball, so that's great. But Janice, you may also want to use a dumbbell too. So it just kind of depends on what we're doing. So I'll just give you the choice. And then last but not least, the dowel. Okay, so something that is longer than your shoulders. Okay, and easy to grip. Okay, and light. We don't want to have this too weighted. Okay, so that's our equipment. Lots of it today. So we're going to start nice and tall. Feet are flat on your foot plates or on the floor. I'd like you to come, if you're able to, come away from the back of your chair. If you're not able to, go ahead and grab something. Doesn't need to be this big, but something that you can put behind you so that when you sit back, we can sit tall and we're not slouching if our chair has a bit of dump. Okay, so just come forward a little bit. If you don't need the back of your chair, great. Nice and tall, and we're just going to shut our eyes, hands on the belly or hand on the belly if you need to stabilize. And here we go. Just nice deep belly breath. So we're going to inhale, feel the belly fill with air, and then exhale, nice and gentle as the belly falls into the spine. Okay, so inhale, belly rise, and exhale, belly fall. I'm shutting my eyes just so I can get into my body. Feel free to do the same. Nobody can see you. But if you're not comfortable, you can just keep looking at the monitor Inhale. And exhale. Okay, just try and slow your breathing down a touch more than you would normally. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. 4 more as a group. If you're not on my timing exactly, that's totally fine. Inhale. And nice, easy exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Last time here. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Slowly bat your eyes open. These are called Sophie rolls in yoga. So we're going to take our feet, keep them exactly where they are, put a little bit more pressure into the floor, and you're just going to do some rib cage circles. Okay. So we're coming around, taking the ribs to the back, popping the ribs forward. If you need to have your hands on your thighs, that's fine. Some of us like that, and you can actually use them. Let me move this down a little bit. So you can see I can kind of use my hands on my thighs to leverage myself so I can really hang back. And then you can use your hands on your thighs to pull your ribs and bring them forward. And so we're doing like a circular motion. Okay, if you don't want to use your hands on your thighs, that's fine. I think it feels good. I think you get a little bit more. One more in this direction, nice and big. Notice how my hips aren't moving. Like, so my sit bones, the bones on the bottom of my pelvis, they're staying there. They're not lifting off. So I'm not lifting off one of my butt cheeks, right? They're staying planted. Okay, other way. So it's all in that thoracic area. Okay, all in the ribs. And around. Big circle. If you have rods in your T-spine, this may not feel like you have a lot of mobility. I do encourage you to still try and envision that circle, because you will still have a little bit of movement on some of the angles. And I just want you to be aware of what your spine can do, okay? So we're not all gonna look the same, but I still want everybody to try this out. Good. Last one here. Awesome. Now we're going to take a rotation, a held one today. So you're going to not move your feet, keep a hand either on your armrest or bring it to your thigh. Other hand somewhere behind you on something hard or a surface. Rotate, and then everyone's going to look over their shoulder as far as they can. And we're here for 30 seconds breathing. And slowly unwind that. Excellent. Same thing, other side. Not moving the hips. We're just rotating through the trunk. And exhale here, and we're on the clock. Nice and tall, looking over your shoulder. No one should be looking at the monitor here. We should all be looking as far over as we can. And 3, 2, come back. Awesome. Now we're going to do a nice big cat-cow just for today. So we're going to tuck the chin, round through the spine. We're getting all the spinal movements today, all the way down until you can't go anymore. I encourage you to take a deep breath in or out at the bottom. And then slowly rolling up. For some reason, I have the need to talk louder when I'm down there, which is funny because I have a headset. So I apologize if my voice gets really loud on the cat-cow. Okay, hands behind, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Reach your heart up to the ceiling and take a deep breath in or out here. I'm not picky on your breathing. I just want you to breathe. Not picky on when you inhale or exhale. Okay, and now we do this again, tucking that chin, rounding in the spine, all the way down. And slowly rolling up. Hands behind you, shoulder blades in your back pockets, and reach your heart up to the ceiling. Lift, think of those shoulder blades going down. Deep breath at the top. And we're going to do this again, tacking the chin, rounding in the spine. You're over halfway. Deep breath here. And slowly rolling up. Okay, hands behind you, shoulder blades in your back pockets. Really reach that heart up a little bit further every time because we're getting a little bit warmer in that spine by now. And we're going to do one more after your breath. Here we go. Last one for today, tucking that chin, rounding in the spine. Deep breath at the bottom. Slowly rolling up. Last extension. Big inhale or exhale at the top. Lift that heart to the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to do a side bend. So we're going to reach up and over. Use your elbow on something or your hand to support yourself so you can get a nice big supported side bend. Reach and then come up over to the other side. So the difference between this and a rotation, this we're actually exposing our armpit. So it's right directly to the side. It's almost like you're sliding against a wall. So if there's a wall behind me, I'm keeping my hand against the wall and I'm just sliding to the side. Yeah. Up and over. Where rotation means we're actually moving our chest either side to side. So we're changing directions. Okay. Up and over. Nice, everybody. Reach. This is our last movement of the spine in all the directions, and we've hit everything. And again. And nice, last one, left and right, so we're even. And this is your last one. Ooh, I can feel that sun. Feels so nice. Good. And now we're going to do a half head roll. So the nose is going to lead, half circle, nice and controlled here. And then end looking at the other side. And half circle. And looking at the other side. Half circle. And looking at the other side. And half circle. Nice. And again. And again. Two more. And awesome and beautiful. Okay, we're going to do a banded superset. So grab a lighter band if you can. Okay. We're going to be doing pull aparts, and then we're going to set that with what I call staying alive. Okay. So pull aparts, you can either wrap your hands around or you can just hold if your grip's pretty good. Okay. And we're going to go a little wider than you think. So we're not going to stay narrow. I want you to have quite a bit of band in the middle of your hands. Shoulders are back, nice and tall. And if you're able to, you're going to bring your arms straight out in front of you. If you need to do this on a surface, say you don't have enough trunk stability and you'll fall forward, you can always do this same exercise with your hands on a surface. And then you can keep the hands going on like a table. Okay. Otherwise, we're straight out in front and we're going to think of squeezing the shoulder blades to bring the band like we're going to break it across our chest and then back to neutral. Okay, if that feels too easy, then you can bring your hands in a little closer. Okay, let's try 15 here, everybody. 10 to 15, we'll say. I'm going to demonstrate 15 though. Work to your abilities of what you're doing today, what you're feeling today. Okay, a lot of work here is in the back of the shoulder blades. And this is 5, 4, 3, and 2, and that's 1. Good. Okay, with that same band, you're gonna anchor one at your hip. Okay, the hip could also be like on the side of your chair, probably not on an armrest. I think it's a little high. So down at the hip, other hand is gonna hold the band. I'm gonna ask for thumb up, so palm is up. So what I do, for some reason, this can get confusing for some people. I just want you to lay the band on the palm. Okay, we're not doing this. Okay, so I always see people do this and then grip. That's not gonna feel good for the thumb joint. So hand up and then just lay it right on top of the palm, hitchhiking, cross it over, and then you're gonna take it up like you're hitchhiking to the ceiling, to the corner, and then bring it right back down. Okay, move this so people can kind of see what's happening at the top, up, hitchhiking still with that thumb, and then down. Beautiful. This will be 10. Okay, really warming up those posterior deltoid muscles, bit of rhomboid, scapular movers. Really important for our pulling day, any day really, but we really want to get these all woken up and working. Last one here. And excellent, good. I didn't say this before, but if the wrapping version and this version doesn't work for you, you can also make loops and put knots in too. That's another way you can do that. Okay, so other side. So we anchor. Remember, palm is up, and you're just gonna lay the band in your palm so that our thumb is hitchhiking. Start down at the same hip where it's anchored, and we're gonna say "Staying Alive." Anybody knows John Travolta? Beautiful, beautiful movie. Love that movie. And 3. Nice, everybody. 2 more. If this feels easy and you feel like you want to challenge yourself, you just scrunch your band a little closer. So you would just hold a little bit further down on the band, or you would get the anchor point a little higher. Okay. Okay, we're going to come back to those. Go ahead and grab your dowel. We're just going to get into 60 seconds of kayaks. It's super hot today for those of you, most of us, I think, are in Vancouver area. So just make sure that you're staying cool, doors open, your water, cold towel, whatever you have. Okay. All right, here we go. Getting the heart rate up a little bit. Kayaks, 3, 2, and 1. I'm not explaining them because most of us here are regulars. So we should all kind of know what we're doing here. Some of us even get to do this out on the water, which is awesome. Good. So remember, you're going to be driving your dowel deeper than I am because I'm on a couch, and most of us should not be on a couch. And think of your belly button rotating with the movement. Okay. Hips are still rotating through the trunk. Nice, everybody. 20 seconds left here. Keep breathing. Three, 2, 1, and time. Beautiful. Okay, we are going to do that triple set again. So this is just warming up those shoulder stabilizers and our rotation. So we have our pull aparts, we have our staying alive, and then we have our kayaks for 1 minute. Okay, so palms are down. Go ahead and grab your band. This one's 15. 3, 2, and 1. Get water too if you need it. You can always catch up after. I probably should have had some too. We'll get some after this round. Last 5 here. If you're doing 15, 10 to 15 is efficient enough. Don't worry about matching me exactly. Squeezing those shoulder blades. And beautiful. Okay, if you don't have a very dominant side, go ahead and switch the side that you led with for this exercise. If you know that you have a side that you like to kind of copy or mirror, go ahead and start with that side again. Okay, so here we go. Remember, we're laying the band right in the palm. Thumb is up. Nice and tall. 3, 2, and we're staying alive. Okay. Sword pull is the other name for this. I think that's what it's called on Ocean Insider Club. I'm thinking of changing it though. I think we'll take a vote. And down. Nice, everybody. This one's only 10. And other side. Beautiful. Palm up. And 3, 2, and go. For 10. Think of your neck staying nice and long. Remember, we don't have to look at the hand. We're just looking forward. Typically, when we take a hand overhead, if we're not dancing, and it's more of a resistance training type exercise or a dynamic warm-up, unless I instruct you to, we're typically not going to be looking upwards, especially if you're doing any load. Okay. And awesome. Good. Okay, done with that band for now. Go ahead and grab your dowel. We have our 1 minute of kayaks. I'm just going to grab a sip of water now. Okay, here we go. Getting up nice and tall for 3, 2, and 1 on the clock. Nice big dowels. If you feel warm and this felt good round 1, I challenge you to speed it up a little bit. Speed it up or drive down deeper with those hands. I like to match my breathing. So inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale with my movement. For some of you, that might be helpful. For others, that might just not matter right now, and that's fine. Beautiful, everybody. We're over halfway already. Really drive down into that imaginary water line. Oops. Warming up those shoulders, trunk. 8 seconds left in your warm up. Keep that speed up for these last 3, 2 seconds, 1, and time. Awesome. Good job. Okay, get a little sip of water, and we're going to get into our first circuit of 3 exercises for strength. So we're going to be doing a few different variations of rowing. So we're going to start with a perpendicular row. So I want you to grab your weighted object. So I said about 7 pounds. That was kind of for you, Janice. I think you probably want to use your 7s or so, or just 1. Okay, so we're going to be doing a hinge position. So if you're seated, we are going to be hinging forward, which means we want to keep the spine nice and long. Okay, so we want to hinge forward just like we're bowing to someone. So we're showing off like a necklace on our chest. We're not going to round forward like this. If we don't have the ability to do that without support, I do recommend putting something at your chest or your sternum, just to support us so that when we do our row, we're keeping a nice long spine. Okay. So grab your one weight, pick a hand. You're going to hinge forward. Okay. So eyes are going to be on the floor, and we're going to hinge forward enough so that we're not using the upper like neck. We want to use the back. So if I'm facing sideways, you can see I'm hinging forward enough to where my elbow is driving almost to the ceiling, but also almost back down that way. Okay. So here we go. So single arm bent over row is what we call these. Hinging forward, eyes on the floor. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do 15 on the right. 2 or left, whichever one you're starting with. Good. Last 5 here. This is more than we typically do together. So hang in there for those 15. 4 and 5. Awesome. Good. Okay. Switching sides. I saw a couple new people, not new, but a couple people come in late. If you can see I'm demonstrating with the dumbbell, but it could be any weighted object. Okay. So just grab something that's a little weighted. Okay. Reaching hips forward. We're switching sides in 3, 2, and go. I want you to feel that shoulder blade gliding along the back. And we're really hinging forward here. Last 3. And 3. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay. Go ahead and grab your light object. So the light object that I asked you to get. If you want to use a little bit of a weighted object, fine. Probably not the 7 though, Janice. Maybe like a 2 or a 3. Otherwise, if you want to use your ball, that's great. So we're here. We're going to be doing wheel ups. Okay. And I really want us to focus on that trunk. So wheel means just tapping your wheel if you have one here. Wheel, tapping the other wheel. Notice how I'm really rotating to do that. And then up, you're going to listen to that ball or seashell or whatever you want to pretend it is. So it's right up at your earlobe, right at your ear. And then you're going to go back the same way you came. Wheel, wheel, and then up the other way. So notice no matter what part of the move I'm in, I'm always crossing center. So I'm never going back to the same side. I'm always alternating. And if you think of that, that should help you if you're somebody that has to learn patterns, or this isn't like familiar, it doesn't feel natural to you. You're always crossing center. Okay. I'm going to set a timer for this one. 1 minute today. Woo, woo. Here we go. 3, 2, and go. Boom, boom, listen. Boom, boom, listen. Pace is up to you. If this feels great and this isn't your first rodeo, go ahead and speed it up a little bit. Okay, hips are still, no wiggle parties. Feet are flat on the foot plates or the floor. All the movement is in the trunk. I also like a breathing here. Inhale, inhale, exhale, or exhale, exhale, inhale. Matching your movement can help. Okay, friends, we're halfway. Excellent. If you feel this is awesome and you're like, yeah, this feels great, speed it up. Challenge yourself a little bit more. Get a little bit more speed. Make sure it's staying controlled. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and time. Awesome. Good, everybody. Okay. We're going to call that a triple set because we have 2 sides on the row. Okay. So row on the right, row on the left, wheel ups for a minute. Get some water. If there's any questions or comments, you all know to write it in the chat. I'll happily answer. Otherwise, getting set up to do our bent over row again. We're gonna just, as a heads up, we're gonna be doing 3 rounds today. Okay. Like I said before, if you have a dominant side that really helps you out with that other side, I would recommend starting dominant side again. If you're not sure, go ahead and switch your leading arm for your row. Okay. So I'll lead left this time. Here we go. 3, hinging forward, 2, and 1. Eyes are on the floor, nice and long in the back of the neck. Okay, 15 of these, remember, more than we're used to. Breathing. And good. Okay, switch. Tipping forward. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Feel that shoulder blade gliding. Focus on the back working here. Squish that armpit. That's another one. Another cue that's really helpful. Can be. Abdominals drawing in. And that's 5. Good. Slowly come on up. Grab your light object again, or whatever it is that you're using for wheel up. Here we go. 1 minute on the clock. 3, 2, 1, and go. Breathe. Oops, almost lost my ball there. Okay, you're halfway. Keep nice and smooth. Are your feet planted? Are they driving into the floor? Can you feel heavy in your hips? Tall, light in the neck, long in the spine. Shine the crown of your head. Oops, I totally messed up. Shine the crown of your head to the ceiling. Maybe I should be talking while I'm doing this. 5 seconds. And time. Beautiful. Okay, sip of water. We are doing 3 rounds on this today. So hang in there. Get your cold towel if you need it, cool down. Okay, everything good? Cool. I saw a thumbs up. Okay, we all have one more round in us, right? Let's do this. So if you've been alternating leading arm, then just pick whichever, because we're only doing 3 rounds. So either way, there's going to be one that gets to lead. Otherwise, starting with that dominant hand, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. $15 here. Breathing. Shoulders nice and square. Hips are reaching back, whether it's in your chair or you're in a standing hinge position. And we're going to switch sides. Awesome. Other side. Tipping forward. Here we go. 3, 2, and go. Last 5. Eyes on the floor, back of the neck nice and long. And awesome. Good. Slowly coming up. Okay, last time with those kayaks. You can put your weight to the side. 1 minute here, getting ready in 3. We're starting right away. 2, 1, and last time. Let's make this your best set. Last time doing these kayaks. Keep going, keep going. Breathing, hips are still. "30 seconds. Get nice and deep with those hands, like you're driving into that imaginary water line. Keeping nice and tall in your chest, really rotating. Okay. Moving, moving. We have 10 seconds left here. Good. Pick it up in your pace if you can for these last 5. And time. Beautiful. Okay. You're done kayaks for the day, but we still have one of the wheel ups. So keep your ball handy or your light object, but we're going to set it into the next round. Okay. So get a sip of water, and then I'm going to get you to start with your band. If you have a choice of bands, probably a little heavier than what you used for our sword pull. Okay. Probably. If you have one band, that's fine. Just use the same one. But most likely the row is going to be a lot stronger because we're using both hands. So we did a perpendicular row before. Okay, and now we're going to do a horizontal row. Okay, so we're going to sit nice and tall. If you can, you're going to kick a leg out when you're sitting. Just extend a leg, and then you're going to take that band and you're just going to hook it onto your foot. Okay, the other option is if you have a cable system or a pulley system on a wall, that's fine. Or if you have, if you can't do that with your foot and you have footrests that's like got a pretty big guard like out front, you can always hook that around there as well. Okay, so once you've done that, we're going to do a row sitting tall. If you have a lighter band, just a little hint, if you have a lighter band and the one foot, you find this isn't enough tension, hook both feet, and that'll give you a little more. Okay, so here we go, nice and tall, slightly tucking that chin, chest is lifted. Here we go, 3, both arms at the same time, 2, 1, and we are rowing. Think of driving the elbows down and back. I'm only facing sideways or to the corner so everybody can kind of see what I'm doing. Feel free to keep your focal point at the monitor if that's best for you. Nice and long in that neck, breathing. This is 15. We're doing a lot of rowing today. And last 5. And 5. Awesome. Good. Okay. Leave that there. You can just keep it down at your feet or just bring it to the side. Oops. Okay. We are going to be doing no weight. So no weights for anybody. Elbows are going to start in. Sometimes we do this in warm up, but we're going to put it in our workout today so we can get in more reps. So we're going to do elbows go up 1. Palms are down. 2. Angel overhead 3, not looking at the hands. Down, down, and then elbows in. Okay, we're doing that again. 1, palms are down. 2, 3, 4, down, and then in. Nice. 10 of these. This is 3. Try and really not look up at the hands. I know it's hard. We want to see what's happening, or we think we can get higher. But that's not the case. So just keep looking forward if you can. Good. Breathing. And this is 5. Trying to open your hands as wide as you can when you're in this position. 7. Keep going, everybody. 8. 2 more. Keep that breath going. Shoulders away from those ears, nice and long in the neck. And this is your last one. And give it a little rest. Shake out those arms. Good. If you feel that in your shoulders, you're doing it right. Okay, so we're going to start with just these 2. Okay, so we have our row with the band, horizontal, and then the rotator cuff. I don't really have a name for that one. If anyone wants to come up with a name, great. All right, setting it up. Make sure you're liking the band resistance. You can always change if you have options. Okay, hooking it around your foot or the foot plate or using a door mount. Here we go. 3, nice and tall. 2, 1. This will be 15. 3. Keep that chest lifted. Eyes forward. I do a lot of rowing in these classes. It's super important for our posture. So if you ever are working out on your own and you're not with myself or Sierra, make sure that you get in some type of pull or any of the exercises we did today in your workout. Last 5. Nice, everybody. 3. And again. And awesome. Okay, don't let that band go far. We are coming back. No weight on this one. Optional. If you want weight on this one, you can, but I would highly recommend you start with like 1 pound, 1 to 2 pounds. So you would just hold them. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. You can always try as many as you can with weight, drop the weights and continue without as well. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Palms are in, palms are down. Here we go. Up. Nice and long in the back of the neck. Opening your chest as much as you can. So that means keeping your elbows as far out to the sides as possible. Halfway here. Do as best as you can. Do as many as you can. As long as you're controlled, smooth. 3 more here, everybody, as a group. Keep going. Doing awesome. These are tough. Your rotator cuffs will love you, though. And last one. And bring it in. Shake out those arms. Good. Okay, get a little sip of water. And we have a 3rd round on these 2 today. So we have our band row, double arm, and then back to our rotator cuff exercise with the angel. All right. If you're getting tired, whisper to yourself, I've got this. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and here we go. We're off as a group. And 2, we're almost at the finish line. Nice and tall. Five, 4, 3, 2, and that's 1. Good. You are done with that band. You can put it away. Last time with this rotator cuff angel exercise. Ooh, we got this. If you can use weights again, great. If not, totally fine. Palms start facing each other. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Each position, I should be able to take a photo. So photo, photo. I want to see each position for half a second. So I can clearly see the positions that you're going into, or you can clearly feel them. So we know where we're going with the body. It's purposeful. Almost there. Two more. And excellent, good. Okay, to end today, I just want to add a little chin tuck exercise. This is really good, not only for what we did today, but just if you find that you're at the computer a lot or you're looking down at your phone. Some of us, I know we read down here. So sitting up nice and tall, I'm just facing sideways so everybody can see. I just want you to take your hand and I just want you to slightly tuck your chin back and down. So it's almost like you're going to give yourself a sexy double chin. And you're going to hold that for 3, 2, and 1, and then release back to neutral. Okay, try that again. 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to do 6 together. Tuck, 3, 2, and 1. So we're gently pushing the chin slightly down and shoving it slightly back. 3, 2, get those wrinkles in the front of the chin. And last 3 here. Tuck, 1, 2, and 3. You might feel a bit of a stretch on the back of the neck. 2, and 3. This is your last one. And 1, 2, and 3. Hard to talk in that position. Okay, there we are. So that's a really nice stretch in the neck. You can add that to your warm-ups when you're doing some of this work for pulling. Okay, awesome job, everybody. Smaller group today, but you all did great. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Stay cool, drink lots of fluids, get that shade, get the fans going, whatever you need. And I'll stay on. I won't be able to stay on very long today for questions, but I'll stay on for a minute or so just to see if anyone has anything to say. Okay, everybody have a great day. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Megan. Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Janice.
Thanks, Janice.
Thanks for coming. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Yay. And I'm teaching dance tomorrow. Yay.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks everyone else for coming. All right. I think we're good for questions. So
Perfect.
thanks, Samantha. I appreciate it. See you next week, hopefully. All right. Thanks, Nicole. I'll see you then.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.